this house, it was in terrible shape. I could envision it redone and begin a 1.5 years of restoration, redoing it entirely, and renaming it my last villa, Villa Finale, because I don't intend to move.
First came down to King William when I went to work for O'Neill Ford, whose office was down the street from what is now Villa Finale. And the houses were not kept up very well, some a little better than others. And that's when I first got to know Walter. He certainly had a great interest in preservation from the very beginning, a great interest in what life was like in the past. As I really got to know him better and better, I did think of him as a Renaissance man.
I think Walter was drawn to the King William area because it really had important architecture, and it gave the chance of real permanence since he had lost so many homes that were dear to him. Walter was very generous in his efforts for preservation in a variety of areas. And so he received many awards from many different groups in San Antonio and others from the state of Texas. One of his co-workers, George Meade, commented that he was the hardest working individual he had ever known, and that he deserved every single thing that he ever achieved.
After Walter really had finished this house, he took on the task of really taking on other houses in the neighborhood and personally being involved in their restoration. And what this did is establish King William as a viable neighborhood for people to move here.
Well, I think Walter really had a vision for the district. He could see what grand possibilities there were for it to be revived and to revive the whole neighborhood. So it was a very important project to him that he was going to give the rest of his life to.
In 2005, Villa Finale became part of the National Trust Sites family upon the bequest of Villa Finale to the Trust by Walter Mathis. His bequest included not only the house that we know as Villa Finale, but also all of the wonderful collections that are inside. The National Trust, with its sites, has a wonderful collection of historic house museums, and we're pretty honored to be the only one in Texas.
I think he would be very pleased to see that not only is King William still viable, it's growing. The number of historic districts in San Antonio has just mushroomed, and I think that would really please him that people got that involved in historic preservation after they saw it done here in King William.
I think that Villa Finale represents, as a token even, I mean it's a large token, but it is a token of what Walter Mathis accomplished in his life.
Walter really was on many boards in San Antonio, and I really do think that he gave them vision of what the next move was and what preservation really meant. And so I do think that San Antonio is really far better having Walter here.